Hello there, and I hope this finds you happy, healthy and strong. Welcome to the latest in our little mini-series on getting the job done. How do we execute with repeatability to achieve our short and long-term goals? Today we're going to be talking about something called linkage. To introduce the idea, one of my favourite stories around this comes from one of my favourite authors, Jeff Hoffman, who was visiting a company called 1-800-Flowers, started by Jim McGann in the mid-1970s. Now they are a very, very successful company, doing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of flower sales each year. And Jeff tells the story of Jim stopping people from time to time and asking them what they're doing. And if that person can explain what they're doing and how that relates to the company's goals, then Jim politely tells them to carry on. If they can't relate what they're doing to the company's goals directly and clearly, then Jim suggests that they should refocus their efforts. Now, the reason that I'm telling this is that if our team members are doing a task, but they struggle or they can't see how that task relates to something bigger, a short, medium or long-term objective, then the task lacks meaning. It lacks purpose. And it's very difficult for that person then to get the energy that they require to complete the task in hand. If we can link our task to something bigger than just that task, then it has purpose, it has meaning, and we can draw on energy to get that task completed. So if we look at it in the shape of a little picture, then let's say that we've got someone doing a task. Linkage means that we can relate that task to some kind of tactic, some kind of short-term plan or short-term collection of tasks. That tactic is part of a strategy, which could be a plan for this quarter or part of a plan for the year. And that strategy is delivering a particular objective, typically short-term objectives, maybe for this quarter. And we can link that objective to a longer-term goal, maybe the goal for the year. Now, the person doing the task, if they can very clearly say, this task is part of this tactic, which is part of that strategy or plan, which delivers this short-term objective, which is part of that long-term goal, then we're much clearer on why we're doing this particular task. And moreover, that task needs to be driving always the key transaction that drives the company forward. Now, in 1-800-Flowers, it was selling more flowers. So everyone's task needed to be linked in some way to selling more flowers. And that created a culture of accountability. And of course, the reverse was also true. If the CEO was asking, or anyone on the executive team was asking a team member to do a task, but if the team member challenged them and said, sorry, how does that relate to selling more flowers? If the executive in question couldn't clearly answer that question, then the executive team member was asked to rethink that particular request and link it more clearly to selling more flowers. So if we can't make that linkage, if we can't make the link between a task and something bigger than our job is just a job. We can toil away for so long without knowing why we're doing something, but that gets old, that gets wearing for our team members, and they could well look for opportunities elsewhere. if they feel part of something bigger than just their job that has meaning and purpose, and they can draw on the energy they require to complete the task in hand. So, linkage. Make sure that people know what they're doing and how that task links to something bigger than their goal. That way you can harness more energy of team members, we get greater alignment, and we can get the jobs done quicker in many cases with excellence, and we can move forward to the next task and the one after that. I really hope that did make sense. Take care, stay safe, and I look forward to sharing with you again soon.